Hello, this is Greg Ford with an Art Davis-directed film that I really like called Pink Trumpet. It's a cool film, a two-hander, like they say in Variety, just the Panther and Little Man engaged in a kind of psychological warfare within a highly limited space. To me, this is just the kind of picture I wish they made more of at the Patty Freeling, particularly at this time at the studio of severe budget cutbacks and the handwriting on the wall that this ongoing 15-year adventure of making theatrical animated short subjects with the Panther would soon be coming to an end. Cut to our principals separately arriving at the nondescript Deluxe Motel. Deluxe, yeah, right. Where strange things are apt to happen, the late night hours not necessarily bringing out the most civil behavior in either character. Now, I myself would meet most of the animation staff on this picture 5 or 6 years later when I started doing cartoon work on the West Coast. Worked with Norm McCabe a lot, Bob Bransford somewhat, and Art Vitello. I think I met him somewhere before that even, I don't remember. But I didn't meet the layout artist on this film, Martin Strudler, until very, very recently. At the time of Pink Trumpet, Strudler had already done layout for almost every single TV series that Patty Freeling ever produced, so now that the Panther had to be produced with TV budgets, I guess they brought in Marty as the permanent Panther staff layout person for the duration. Prior to Marty, I guess you'd have to say Dick Ung was the Panther layout guy.
Every year we had a new show coming in, which was fun, actually, for the artists, because, you could put that pencil down, pick another pencil up, and start drawing again. You mentioned Dick Ung. They plugged me in after Dick he was the head guy, and he got swamped. So they kept bringing me in to follow along with Dick Ung, and I learned a lot from him. I actually found on my desk the other day a triangle with Ung on it. I actually had some of his equipment. But I followed along and I learned a lot about design and layout from Dick.
In fact, when you look at the layouts here and color treatments in this bathroom set, you'd swear Dick Ung had done them. This is a cute touch. The little man uses a regular razor with a blade, while as reflection, the Panther deploys an electric razor. I like this story by Dave Dietich quite a bit. Now, I guess he didn't turn out to be the greatest director in the world, but this story, good. The one for Pink Arcade, pretty good. I remember an Inspector cartoon he wrote with Kenny Cole doing layouts that was also good, so maybe he should have stayed a writer and left the character poses to guys like Art Davis. Now, after the Panther has passed through the Muir, the dynamic shifts completely. Where the first half of the film had the little man driving the Panther crazy with hammering and radio music, the Panther turns the tables in the second half, driving the little man nuts with an improvised trumpet solo. Now, I don't know if anyone involved in this production ever saw the final theatrical cartoon directed in 1955 by the great Tex Avery. Probably someone did, because, Avery's work was hugely influential to like-minded comedy cartoon artists like these. Avery's last cartoon was called SHHHHHH! Exclamation point. He'd made Insomniac cartoons before, like Doggone Tired with extreme cartoon slapstick, but this one was stark, minimalistic, practically Eastern European. Just one character, a stressed-out little man, sort of a forerunner to this little man, staying at a place called the Hush Hush Lodge, recommended to him by a psychiatrist. He's quietly going nuts, but all you hear is a trombone player, wah, 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 incessantly, and a woman laughing hysterically in the next room. And this is the effect that Art Davis gets perfectly here with the trumpet, and I'm so happy there's no laugh track on this print, because I've seen one and it doesn't work at all with a laugh track, or with me talking over it for that matter, so watch it without me yakking, for heaven's sakes, if you haven't done so yet. Nice touches everywhere, like the little man removing the mouthpiece from the trumpet as if that would help. Also, the corks exploding out of the little man's ears, accompanied by the popcorn sound effect. And you know something? What we're watching now? Even that won't work. What did I tell you? Now, a clever strategery by the Panther here, switching the numbers on the doors, planning ahead, rightly anticipating the little man's next move. It's like a slapstick chess match. This landlord character, the motel owner, is actually well conceived. Smashes the little man's radio, stopping the noise, helps his tenant. It just makes it funnier that he seems so pleased with himself here. Job well done. And I love these thought balloon revenge fantasies of the little man giving the Panther his comeuppance. Almost tragically simplistic for the surreal landscape plotted out in this cartoon. You know it couldn't be that easy. So okay, armed with his lampshade. Now, how is that supposed to work again? Yeah. And now it's a gorilla doing the trumpet solo. Good night. So the Panthers triumphed again. Nope, I'm afraid not. Not at this place. The Panther and the little man are on equal footing here. It's the motel itself in Burbank. It's terrible. I stayed there once. Never again. This is Greg Ford. Good night.